चितळाना हे चोरली मोहिनी लागे रे चितळाना हे चोरली मोहिनी लागे रे काळा 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 चोरली मोहिनी लागे रे
काळा काळा મારા મંદિરિયામાં માલે શ્રીનાથજી.
જોને પ્રભુ કેવા રૂમઝૂમ ચાલે શ્રીનાથજી.
જોને પ્રભુ કેવા રૂમઝૂમ ચાલે શ્રીનાથજી.
આજ મારા મંદિરિયામાં માલે શ્રીનાથજી.
આજ મારા મંદિરિયામાં માલે શ્રીનાથજી.
જશોદાના જાયા ને નંદના દુલારા.
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 મંગળાની ઝાંખી કેવી આપે શ્રીનાથજી.
મંગળાની ઝાંખી કેવી આપે શ્રીનાથજી.
આજ મારા મંદિરિયામાં માલે શ્રીનાથજી.
આજ મારા મંદિરિયામાં માલે શ્રીનાથજી.
જોને પ્રભુ કેવા રૂમઝૂમ ચાલે શ્રીનાથજી.
જોને પ્રભુ કેવા રૂમઝૂમ ચાલે શ્રીનાથજી.
આજ મારા મંદિરિયામાં માલે શ્રીનાથજી. આજ મારા મંદિરિયામાં માલે શ્રીનાથજી. આજ મારા મંદિરિયામાં માલે શ્રીનાથજી. આજ મારા મંદિરિયામાં માલે શ્રીનાથજી.
ગણાનામ ત્વાં ગણપતિગં હવામહે કવિં કવીનામુપમશ્રવસ્તમં જ્યેષ્ઠરાજં બ્રહ્મણસ્પત આનઃ શૃण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनं प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामविद्रवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम यश्छन्दसां वृषभो विश्वरूपः छन्दोभ्योऽध्यमृतात् सम्बभूव समेन्द्रो मेधया स्पृणोतु अमृतस्य देवता स्वाची भद्रासु मनस्यमाना त्वया जुष्टानुदमाना दुरुक्तान् बृहद्वदेम विदधे सुवीरा त्वया जुष्ट ऋषिर्भवति देवी त्वया ब्रह्मा गतश्रीरुतत्वया त्वया जुष्टश्चित्रं विन्दते वसुसानो जुषस्वद्रविणो न मेधे मेधाम इन्द्रो ददातु मेधां देवी सरस्वती मेधां मे अश्विना बुभावा दत्तां पुष्करस्रजाम् अप्सरासु चया मेधा गन्धर्वेषु चयन्मनः देवी मेधा सरस्वती सामा मेधासुरभिर्जुषता गुं स्वाहा आमा मेधासुरभिर्विश्वरूपा हिरण्यवर्णा जगति जगम्या ऊर्जस्वती पयसा पिन्वमाना सामा मेधासु प्रतीका जुषन्तां मयि मेधां मयि प्रजां मयि अग्निस्तेजो ददातु मयि मेधां मयि प्रजां मयीन्द्र इन्द्रियं ददातु मयि मेधां मयि प्रजां मयि सूर्यो व्राजो ददातु ॐ हंस हंसाय विद्महे परमहंसाय धीमहि तन्नो हंस प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise to welcome the procession of the class of 2026 and for the traditional ceremony of lighting the lamp and the humble offering of flowers to Ma Saraswati.
स्वस्ति नस्ताक्षोर्अरिष्टनेमि स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु
ah
welcome to the Valedictory Ceremony for the TGES class of 2026. Class of 2026, please take your seats. May I request everyone to please switch off their mobile phones or put them on silent mode. The Valedictory Ceremony is in 3 parts: homage to the nation, homage to the parents, homage to the gurus.
The Shishyas traditionally leave the Guru's ashram with an exhortation. The Shishyas exalt in the newfound freedom, but are serious and somber at the same time, knowing that they carry with them a heavy responsibility, the hopes and aspirations of their Gurus, their family, and their motherland.
Ladies and gentlemen, the traditional crossroads student addresses. Representatives of the class of 2026 will share their thoughts and emotions at this momentous occasion as they stand at this major crossroad in their lives. The first traditional crossroads student address is by Rajvi Dodia and Devanshu Mukherjee.
Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. Respected sir, beloved teachers, dear parents, and fellow students, Namaste.
Today feels less like a farewell and more like standing in the middle of a beautiful story that all of us have written together.
A story filled with laughter echoing through hallways or hurried footsteps before bell rang, unfinished homework hidden beneath the desk, and countless memories quietly woven into every part of this school. And today, we are finally standing at the edge of goodbye.
It feels unreal to think that those children, once who sat in playhouse classrooms building towers out of colorful blocks and shaping messy clay creations, are now finally standing here ready to step beyond these gates.
We still remember those show and tell activities where we proudly carried our favorite toys and spoke about them with confidence. Back then, happiness meant by earning a motivation star or collecting maximum number of Mindspark Sparkies before our friends did.
Years from now, as we And as the years passed, our memories grew with us from tiny one-day trips in grades 1 and 2 to the Duke adventures and those lab session chaos and the excitement of experiments somehow going completely wrong. That is what shaped us to be who we are today.
This courtyard has watched us grow, from beautiful morning assemblies to proud investiture ceremonies, from dancing garba in breaks during Navratri to doing rangoli in Diwali, to celebrating Christmas by decorating classrooms. Every celebration here carried warmth, laughter, and togetherness. And then came those unforgettable events: GGM, Monsoon Fest, music ceremonies, recitation, prize giving, and of course, being a dancer, I still remember those late night pizza parties where exhaustion somehow turned into happiest memory. every moment here felt less like an event and more like a family celebration.
And we cannot forget those PO warnings, the PO posters, and those monitors who seem to appear out of nowhere. And not to forget to mention the most iconic sound of all, the school bell. Back then, it seemed like it interrupted our conversations way too soon and ended all of our breaks way too fast. But today, strangely, it feels like that is the sound that we will remember the most.
This school has taught us far beyond academics. The sports center taught us resilience and teamwork. The art area gave wings to creativity. The music studio filled our days with melodies. Those library sessions gave a silence a meaning. And cleanliness drives taught our responsibility towards world around us. Every corner, every corridor, every classroom carries a memory which truly feels priceless.
Today, we also thank those whose efforts shaped our everyday lives quietly. To the Ayabins who cared for us with their endless patience. To the bus drivers who woke up every morning to drive us home to school. And to the tech team and the management and the support staff, thank you all. The efforts you have made shaped our childhood.
Thank you to our dear teachers for teaching both inside and outside the books, for guiding us, correcting us, encouraging us, and helping us become people who are standing here today. Finally, to our dear batchmates, thank you for the laughter, for the friendship, for the chaos, unforgettable journey we all shared together.
Years from now, we may forget the formulae, the assignments, and the exam scores, but we will never forget how this place truly made us feel.
So, today is just not an ending. It is closing of a beautiful chapter and beginning of another. And today, as we stand together one last time as students of this school, we realize that some places do not just give us education, they quietly become part of who we are. We may grow different in directions in future, build different futures, chase different dreams, but our roots will always belong in here. And perhaps years later, when life gets a bit overwhelming, it is these memories that will quietly remind us that this was once our home and always be.
And no matter how far life takes us, a part of us will always walk these corridors, belong to this courtyard, and have these memories.
So, years from now, when life takes us all in different directions, we will look back at this place with gratitude and proudly say, this was our school, our people, our memories, and our story. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajvi and Devanshu. The second traditional Crossroads student address is by Hiya Shah and Esha Turakhya.
Namaste, respected Kiran sir, distinguished guests, esteemed faculty, dear students, and our parents. Standing here today feels a bit bittersweet. Just thinking about all those memories that we made, learning invaluable lessons about life and academics, makes me feel a little nostalgic today.
When we first walked through these gates as children, none of us were aware of how our lives would be shaped by our actions here. We came here to excel in academics, but along the way, we made friendships, discovered our strengths, made mistakes, but most importantly, We found our individual identities and grew into the people we are today.
Let's not forget about the countless memories that we made over the years while staying back, maybe for sports, studies, or even assemblies. My personal favorite was anything related to recitation or comparing. How can we forget about GGM, fests, choir nights, and numerous other special programs? These events, or rather I would say, these opportunities help us boost our confidence in creative ways. Our creative sides have always had a safe place in this school, and I will forever be grateful for that.
What makes today a meaningful milestone isn't just the certificates that we'll receive. It's the fact that we spent all these years growing up together. We watch each other change from clueless kids into young adults ready to face the world. To our gurus, thank you for being a standing pillar of support, silent but firm. They've always helped us out no matter the situation or the topic. To our parents, thank you for providing us an environment fit for growth and maturity. And of course, my fellow graduates, let's pat ourselves on the back for the late night study sessions, the late assignments, and very early morning assemblies. As we move forward into the new chapter of our life, let's promise ourselves to try and implement the lessons we've learned here in our lives and the outer world.
The deep-rooted values that this school has instilled in us over the years will be something that will stay with us long after we leave this place tonight. For example, respecting and valuing our beloved support staff isn't some lesson we learn in a textbook. It is a principle woven into our everyday lives. We've learned that humility isn't a virtue, it's a way of life. It is one of the many enduring qualities that this school has taught us, which we will always strive to honor. While our eyes may focus on the unknown ahead, we carry with us the wisdom of yesterday and the memories that made us who we are today.
We owe it to ourselves to try and take on the real world head on confidently. Thank you.
Thank you, Hia and Aisha. The third traditional Crossroads student address is by Halak Shah.
Respected Kiran sir, teachers, parents, and my dear fellow students, good evening everyone. As I stand here today, I feel both surreal and emotional. As I look around, I don't just see a school building. I see a place that has been a second home to me, a place that has shaped who I am today. My journey with SN Kansagra School began when I was a child. Like many of us, I entered through its gates carrying a tiny school bag, unaware that I was stepping into a place that would become such an important part of my life. Years passed, classrooms changed, teachers changed, and we grew. But the values this institute instilled in us remained constant. This school never limited its education to textbooks and examinations. It taught us how to think, how to question, how to lead, and most importantly, how to grow into responsible individuals. It gave me countless opportunities to discover myself, not only academically, but beyond the classroom as well. Whether it was participating in sports, taking part in recitation competitions, engaging in co-curricular activities, or challenging myself through programs like Duke, every experience helped me build confidence, resilience, and discipline. Every competition taught me that success is not merely about winning. It is about learning, improving, and having the courage to try. What makes the school even more special is that its support did not end when I completed grade 10. Even after leaving as a student, I continued to feel connected to this institution. I was honored to return as a judge for the recitation competition, which allowed me to stand on the other side of the stage to witness the talent, confidence, and spirit this school continues to nurture in its students. It was a reminder that once you're a part of this family, the bond never truly ends. To our teachers, thank you for seeing potential in us even when we could not see it in ourselves. Thank you for your patience, encouragement, and countless efforts that often went unnoticed but never unappreciated. To my fellow students, as we move forward into new chapters of our lives, let us carry with us the values, friendships, memories, and lessons that this school has gifted us. The future may take us to different parts of the world, but a part of us will always belong here. Today, we may be saying goodbye to our school days, but we are not saying goodbye to the memories, lessons, and the people who helped shape our journey. Thank you, SN Kansagra School, for being more than just a school. Thank you for being a foundation, a family, and a place where dreams were encouraged to take flight. Once an SNKN, always an SNKN. Thank you.
Thank you, Halak.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the class of 2026. The graduating seniors will come down as they are introduced. Once they are all assembled around the map of the nation, they will accept the symbolic lamp of knowledge from their teachers, their gurus. This gesture signifies the responsibility that the graduating seniors take with them as they move out into the world. The responsibility of being the nation's torchbearers, of spreading peace, happiness, and well-being. The students will then take the pledge to the nation. Class of 2026, please come down as you are introduced. Niba Badolia, focused, disciplined.
Archie Sorathia, keen, thoughtful.
Gunja Ved, emphatic, thoughtful.
Thairya Ruparelia, pragmatic, diligent.
Lucky Vadia, happy-go-lucky, loving.
Shrina Mainpara, energetic, confident.
Nishi Kadvani, friendly, ambitious.
Khushi Patel, self-reliant, determined.
Prisha Purswani, passionate, kind.
Riya Unadkat, expressive, lively.
Rajvi Dodia, enthusiastic, artistic.
Esha Turakhya, joyous, vibrant.
Riya Shah, resilient, compassionate.
Bhavya Gol, supportive, generous.
Halak Shah, meticulous, a voracious leader.
Jia Gathani, lively, joyful.
Gnanesha Nandani, goal-oriented, creative.
Misha Tada, committed, patient.
Amin Mehta, tenacious, versatile.
Keshvi Bhut, kind, resilient.
Hemil Mehta, courageous, thoughtful.
Shivam Siani, methodical, smart.
Amay Seth, creative, curious.
Rishi Samani, dependable, resilient.
Bhavya Dakshini, studious, dependable.
Daksh Hasalya, dynamic, spirited.
Abhijit Solanki, courageous, zealous.
Khush Kalaria, ambitious, optimistic.
Heet Doshi, compassionate, exuberant.
Neel Shah, versatile, vibrant.
Jaival Mehta, friendly, strong.
Daksh Tharsaria, composed, helpful.
Devanshu Mukherjee, dynamic, witty.
Rohan Koradia, resolute, commanding.
Saksham Chak, responsible, eager.
Dhruvil Barasya, vivacious, motivated.
Daksh Patel, sagacious, affable.
Preet Jain, gentle, relaxed.
Yagnav Ghetia, cheerful, daring.
Shonak Patel, assiduous, organized.
Madhur Bhatt, joyous, pleasant.
Pranav Dave, innovative, talented.
Dhruv Gupta, athletic, street smart.
Dheer Sai, distinguished, imaginative.
Manan Bhadresha, marvelous, unruffled.
Dhyay Patel, polite, honest. Dhruvil Makaria, strong-willed, relentless. Pallav Chav, simple, persistent.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the class of 2026. Teachers are requested to pass the symbolic lamp of knowledge to the class of 2026. The national flag and the TGES house colors.
Jai
your seats. Rajesh sir will lead the class of 2026 in the pledge to the nation. Class of 2026, please repeat the pledge after Rajesh sir.
भारत मेरा देश है। सभी भारतवासी मेरे भाई बहन हैं। मुझे अपने देश से प्रेम है और इसकी समृद्धि तथा बहुविध परंपरा पर गर्व है। हम हमेशा इसके योग्य बनने का प्रयत्न करते रहेंगे। हम अपने माता पिता, अध्यापकों और सभी बड़ों का सम्मान करेंगे। हम प्रतिज्ञा करते हैं कि अपने देश और देशवासियों के प्रति एकनिष्ठ रहेंगे। उनकी भलाई और समृद्धि में ही हमारा सुख निहित है। जय हिंद।
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as the national flag exits. Audience, please take your seats. The class of 2026 is requested to place their lamps around the map of the nation, symbolizing an awareness that they are to be instrumental in spreading light, hope, and joy, to dispel darkness, despair, and sadness. Class of 2026, you may now place the lamps.
जन्मभूमि है हमारे, शान से कहेंगे हम, सब ही तो भाई भाई प्यार से रहेंगे हम। हिंदुस्तानी नाम हमारा है, सबसे प्यारा गुलिस्तां हमारा है। भारत हमको जान से प्यारा है, सबसे प्यारा देश हमारा है।
Class of 2026, please take your place on the stage.
हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन। हो मन में है विश्वास, पूरा है विश्वास, हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन। हम चलेंगे साथ साथ
gentlemen, for the traditional valedictory staff address, please welcome Saloni ma'am.
Namaste. Let me address you not just as your teacher, but as someone who has learned things from you. Before I had the privilege of teaching your batch, I knew the word manifestation as something that belonged in the dictionary. But you all taught me what it actually means to manifest. You manifested friendships, marks, outcomes, extensions on assignments, and sometimes magic before examinations. Somewhere along the way, I started believing it too. So allow me to make a confession. I manifested this moment, not to say goodbye, but to have the honor to speak to you one last time. Because you have been my students, my audience, my comedians, my therapists, and sometimes the reason I thought I needed therapy. Jokes apart, together we have cried, laughed, survived the most difficult days, and celebrated impossible victories. And between all the lessons, chaos, and deadlines, our classrooms became a community, a safe space for all of us. Many years ago, my teacher from this very school introduced me to a beautiful song called Vienna, with the lyrics which stay timeless. It says, "Slow down, you're doing fine. You don't need to be everything that you want to be. You have tomorrow." Which means you don't have to squeeze your whole life into your 20s and 30s trying to achieve that dream, killing yourself in the rat race. You have the whole life to live. So, seize the day. Live fully in the moment. Carpe diem. Seize the day. But seizing the day does not mean seeking constant validation from everyone around you. Ask yourselves, are you climbing the mountain for the world to see you, or for you to see the world? Coming back to our classrooms, every day you entered the classrooms with your main character energies. You made every discussion feel important, every debate dramatic, and every presentation felt like an awards acceptance speech waiting to happen. You put the lit in literature. You made the text feel alive. And then there was everybody's favorite, The Merchant of Venice, a play that you made thoroughly enjoyable with your interpretations and attempts to translate Shakespeare into Gujarati, Hindi, English, and languages that I am still not convinced officially exist. Class of 2026. Remember, the play left behind a very important message. Beyond the laughter, when Shylock asks, "Do we not bleed if you prick us?" It's a powerful reminder that pain, emotion, and humanity are not divided by identity and circumstances. It pleads us to love the people who don't look, live, and love like us. Perhaps that is why the play stayed with us. it urges us to imagine a world which is kinder, fairer, equal, a world where every person gets a seat at the table, regardless of who they are, where they come from, and what they believe in. As you move forward, don't let stereotypes define what you can become, and never, never become the reason someone else's voice goes unheard. And along the way, don't forget to have some fun. Cherish each moment. In the world of endless scrolling and constant notifications, remember Wordsworth's daffodils. Collect moments, not content. A dinner with family, a laugh with friends, a beautiful sunset. These are the memories that will return to us when everything else fades. So go ahead. Build a world where kindness is not replaced by speed, where understanding is not replaced by opinions, and a world where no algorithm can replace empathy. After all, every generation inherits a legacy and leaves behind one. So choose wisely. The decisions that you make today will shape the history tomorrow. So class of 2026, here I am, manifesting for all of you. I am manifesting courage in uncertain times, friendships that last, success that doesn't cost you your souls, and a life where you can remain authentic, compassionate, and unapologetically yourselves. Congratulations, students. May the story ahead be every bit as remarkable as the one you have written here. Thank you. Good night, and God bless.
Thank you, ma'am. The traditional threshold parent address on behalf of the parents of the graduating class of 2026. Please welcome Dr. Sanjay Mukherjee.
Namaste, good evening, esteemed Kiran sir, worthy teachers, talented teachers, and this very fine batch of would-be nation builders. Good evening to you all. One is never prepared, as I represent the parents here, one is never prepared, never prepared enough to say on such a moment, to gather one's thoughts. There is always a little bit of incoherence that is there. I will come back to this aspect of incoherence in a while. Before I fulfill my duty as a parent to thank this school. And when I say to thank this school, I mean that many of you, batch of 2026, might have exited after your 10th to other institutions, but this institution has never forgotten you. This is a very fine gesture on the part of TGES, and I very, very sincerely and deeply thank this institution. What the school is, you all have expressed, your teachers have expressed for you. But I want to just bring to your notice that as you enter the gates from the chaotic traffic outside, you immediately realize the distinction between a not so ordered world and a very, very sequenced and ordered world. Please bear in mind this distinction when you move out into the world. This phase of first step of learning is over. Learning is not over. Learning is never over. You move into the second phase of learning when you will find in other institutions, when you will start to discover yourself and your goal, you will find that the world is a little more chaotic, a little more uncertain. And you will, like us all, you will commit a few mistakes, but that's all right. That is how we learn. And apart from this managing a little bit of chaos, I would like to bring to your notice this fast-paced world that you live. Your teacher before me has very well reminded you once again that there has to be a distinction between appearance and reality. We are in what is called a digital world today. We often speak of post-humanism, digital humanism, and such stuff. And then we realize that there has to be something called the real and something that distinguishes between this very, very real and the digital or the virtual or what appears, appearance. Indian knowledge tradition actually has gone back long way to tell us about the distinction between appearance and reality. There are stories, I would like to remind you, in our Upanishads that tell us that when one perceives something to be a snake, turns out to be a rope in actuality. So, always bear in mind the reality, the situation that you are in, and what you have to achieve. Always remember the process. Today you stand here after a long process. Your teachers have contributed, this entire school has contributed, your parents have contributed, your friends have contributed. And this is what I mean by saying that you never stop learning. And at this juncture, when you move into phase 2 of your learning, again, very, very systematic institutional learning, you will move into different institutions, you will achieve your goals. And then it will be a little different from this kind of a learning because I think many of you still do not know what is the price of potatoes. You are kept cocooned in your world at your home and then your school. As you move around, there is background music here. Life is noise, not so much music every time. Your fine teachers, the music team, and the choreographing, the coordinating, everything that you do here is what we would like our life to be. And so, if you falter once or twice, everybody does, always remember. Your English teacher mentioned a few English literary texts. I would like to remind you of the very beautiful poem when the speaker says that on a fine morning he saw 2 roads diverging into a yellow wood. And he realized that he could not be a traveler, the same traveler, taking both the roads at the same time. There would be these forks, these dilemmas that would come, and often the decision will have to be taken by none other than you. At that juncture, you might take a road 5 years down the line, you might think this was not it, but that is not the end. There is always another beginning. As you end this school, one door closes, another opens. Another door would close, and another opens, and thus goes on life. So, two aspects only. Be prepared for a little bit of chaos, a little bit of uncertainty, and may you, on behalf of all the parents, as a parent, I will never bless you and say that may there be never any crisis or problem in your life. No, I would say that if there is, and there would be, crisis and problem in your life, may you have resilience enough, may you have strength enough to come out of it. That is one thing as a parent I would wish. I would certainly wish that the pledge that you took for the nation, please remember. Please also remember that we are passing through serious problems in the world. Climate change is one of the important problems. Whatever we do, we have to be very, very aware that there is El Nino happening maybe every year. There is global warming happening. There is the temperature that would cross 40 degrees consecutively over weeks and months. All these things, can we contribute a little bit to these larger problems which are beyond our own problems? I wish you all have the strength, you all have certainly the potential to do that. May you achieve your own goals and may you contribute to your society and to the nation. I would also, at this juncture, as a parent, pray that this fine institution goes on and on for many, many years to come. May many of your children come here, and may many of our grandchildren come here. This is indeed a very fine institution to be. We have learned a lot as parents, also keeping track of yourself, we have learned a lot. And therefore, I can say, I can vouch that this has been a very fine institution. I wish you health. I wish, as a parent, your parents' health, that is the most important thing. At this juncture, I wish your teachers, dear Kiran sir, health and the quality of life, which is very, very important. Thank you very much. All the best to you. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2026 and their parents will exchange the traditional Shravan letters during this part of the ceremony. The legend of Shravan expresses humility and gratitude, but even more importantly, responsibility flowing from that humility and gratitude. Only God could have created something as strong and as unselfish as the love of parents. And what do we give in return? We are unthinking at times, lost in our own selfish worlds. A gentle reminder then to the class of 2026, no matter what happens to you in the world out there, do not forget your parents. They, with their undying love, will certainly not forget you.
आँखों आपी, आँखों आपी, आँखों आपी, आँखों आपी, शक्ति देशी थामण आपी, शक्ति देशी थामण आपी,
हवे न उड़ी आँख भणी तो हवे न उड़ी आँख भणी तो आपण जेवा कोण भागी हवे न उड़ी आँख भणी तो आपण जेवा कोण भागी कोण भागी कोण भागी.
I invite the graduating class to come and pay their respects to their parents. Class of 2026, please take your places in the blessing circle.
उलझन कापी, सुलझन आपी,
તજીએ આળસને તો હવે ના તજીએ આળસને તો આપણ જેવા કોણ ભાગી હવે ના તજીએ આળસને તો આપણ જેવા કોણ ભાગી કોણ ભાગી કોણ
Parents of the class of 2026, I invite you to take your places opposite your wards in the blessing circle.
मीठा मधुने मीठा मेहुला रे लोल एथी मीठी ते मोरी मात रे जननी जननी जोड़ सकी नहीं जड़े रे लोल जननी जोड़ सकी नहीं जड़े लो हे प्रभुना हे प्रेम तणी पूतड़ी रे लोल प्रभुना हे प्रेम तणी पूतड़ी रे लोल जगथी जुदेरी जात रे जननी जननी जोड़ सकी नहीं जड़े लो जननी जोड़ सकी नहीं जड़े लो
Class of 2026, this moment will never again come in the same way. A moment to communicate your deepest and truest feelings to your parents, the most important people in your life, in the presence of everyone you value the most.
ભૂલો ભલે બીજું બધું મા બાપને ભૂલશો નહીં ભૂલો ભલે બીજું બધું મા બાપને ભૂલશો નહીં
અગણિત છે ઉપકાર એના એ કદી વિસરશો નહીં ભૂલો ભલે બીજું બધું મા બાપને ભૂલશો નહીં
અસહ્ય વેઠી વેદના ત્યારે દીઠું તબ મુખડું અસહ્ય વેઠી વેદના ત્યારે દીઠું તબ મુખડું
એ પુનિત જનના કાળજા પથ્થર બની છૂંદશો નહીં ભૂલો ભલે બીજું બધું મા બાપને ભૂલશો નહીં
Ladies and gentlemen, the Shravan moment is here. The traditional exchange of gratitude notes between parent and child. Parents and graduating seniors, you may now exchange your Shravan notes.
કાઢી મુખેથી કોળિયા મોંમાં દઈ મોટા કર્યા કાઢી મુખેથી કોળિયા મોંમાં દઈ મોટા કર્યા
અમૃત તણા દેનાર સામે ઝેર ઉગડશો નહીં ભૂલો ભલે બીજું બધું મા બાપને ભૂલશો નહીં
લખો લડાવ્યા
forever. Class of 2026, you may take the blessings of your parents. You may now click pictures.
संतान की सेवा चाहो, संतान जो सेवा करो, संतान की सेवा चाहो, संतान जो सेवा करो।
जेवू करो तेवू भरो, ए भावना भूलशो नहीं। भूलो भले बीजू बधू, माँ बाप ने भूलशो नहीं।
वीणे सुई पोते अने, सुखे सुवाया करे। वीणे सुई पोते अने, सुखे सुवाया करे।
एनी अमीमय आँखने भूलीने भी जवशो नहीं। भूलो भले बीजू बधू, माँ बाप ने भूलशो नहीं।
पुष्पो बिछाव्या प्रेमथी, जीणे तमारा राह पर। पुष्पो बिछाव्या प्रेमथी, जीणे तमारा राह पर।
ए राह पर ना राह पर, कंटक कदी बनशो नहीं। भूलो भले बीजू बधू, माँ बाप ने भूलशो नहीं।
Parents are requested to return to their seats.
धन खर्चता बढ़शे बधू, माता पिता बढ़शे नहीं। धन खर्चता बढ़शे बधू, माता पिता बढ़शे नहीं।
एना पुनित चरणों तणी, चाहना कदी भूलशो नहीं। भूलो भले बीजू बधू, माँ बाप ने भूलशो नहीं।
Parents are requested to return to their places.
असह्य वेठी वेदना, त्यारे दिठो तब मुखडू। असह्य वेठी वेदना, त्यारे दिठो तब मुखडू।
ते पुनित जनना काळजा, पत्थर बनी छुंदशो नहीं। भूलो भले बीजू बधू, माँ बाप ने भूलशो नहीं।
I request the graduating class of 2026 to return to their places.
काढी मुखेथी कोळिया, मोमानई मोठा करा। काढी मुखेथी कोळिया, मोमानई मोठा करा।
अमृत तणा देनार सामे, झेर उघडशो नहीं। भूलो भले
Ladies and gentlemen, today's valedictory address is by Ms. Devina Kothari. Ms. Devina Kothari is a distinguished alumna of the SNK School, Rajkot, and an internationally acclaimed design artist, innovator, and entrepreneur. An alumna of both SEPT University and the Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, IITB. She is the partner and director of Zuan Design Labs LLP. Her work at the intersection of design, technology, business, and social impact has earned her numerous national and international recognitions, including the prestigious Red Dot Design Award and the Times Power Women Award. A TEDx speaker, Google developer expert, mentor to startups, and a member of several academic and industry boards, Ms. Kothari continues to inspire through her commitment to innovation, leadership, and meaningful change. Today, she joins us to share her journey and insights with the graduating class of 2026. Let us welcome her with a round of applause.
Namaste. Good evening, Kiran sir, teachers, parents, and my dear graduating students. Standing here today in our iconic courtyard is a very emotional moment for me. 2 decades ago, I was where you are, as a student filled with dreams, ambitions, questions, and perhaps a lot of uncertainty about what future has in store. But life has a beautiful way of coming full circle. It's my honor and privilege to return to my alma mater. Thank you, Team SNK, for a very generous and gracious introduction. But allow me to summarize this in one line. I have had the good fortune of dreaming, pursuing, and accomplishing a few things that many people deemed impossible for me. I believe great achievements begin when someone refuses to accept the limits laid upon them by someone else. Every great institution, every scientific breakthrough, every entrepreneurial success was once deemed upon as impossible, unrealistic, and impractical by someone else. And as I stand here and look at all of you, I can't help but wonder, which among you will be the ones who will accomplish something that others deemed impossible for you? Who among you will discover something that will change lives? Who among you will represent our country on a global platform? And the truth is that none of us have an answer to this today. But what I do know is that in front of me is a generation that will inherit responsibility like no other generation did before it. As Bharat enters 100 years of independence in 2047, most of you will be in your late 30s or early 40s, an age where you will be leading organizations, driving scientific discoveries, innovations, inventions, creating an impact. The Bharat that will be in 2047 will not solely be determined by the decisions made by our political leaders in the parliament. It will jointly be shaped by the collective choices made by people like you. And it is because of that that I feel that today is not just a valedictory ceremony. It is not the end of your school journey. It is the beginning of your responsibility towards Bharat. Our land for thousands of years was known for its wisdom and prosperity. Students traveled across continents to study in Takshashila and Nalanda. Aryabhatta and Brahmagupta introduced the concept of zero and transformed the world. Our astronomers mapped the skies and our philosophers explored the deepest questions on existence. Our scientists, our soldiers, our thinkers, they shaped a civilization whose influence was far beyond its own boundaries. But history, however, is never a straight line. For centuries, our nation endured invasion, decline, exploitation, and division. And yet, despite all challenges, Bharat survived. And most importantly, Bharat renewed itself. And that is because every generation created men and women who chose not to succumb to circumstances, but instead rise, build, create, serve, and lead. And today, history asks the same question to all of you. What do you have to contribute? Will you spend your entire life chasing success? Or will you invest your entire life building significance? And there is a profound difference between the two. Success is when you accumulate for yourself, and significance is when you contribute to the world around. Success will give you immediate applause, and significance will earn you respect for generations. And as you step into the next chapter of your lives, I wish to leave you with 9 commandments. And these are not management principles, or these are not career strategies. These are principles that I have imbibed through my interactions with my parents, grandparents, gurus, teachers, mentors, friends, the entire village that made me, the village that made us. 1, dream beyond yourself. Your career has the potential to change your life, but your contribution has the power to change thousands of lives. Dr. Vikram Sarabhai and Dr. Homi Bhabha did not just build a career out of science. They built institutions that laid the scientific and strategic heft of our modern India. Dream big. 2, choose courage before comfort. Every generation is presented with moments that will test its character. And history will reward those who will choose to move forward despite moving back was easier. Don't mistake comfort for happiness. And should you ever be pushed to choose between what is right and what is easier, choose what is right. The world may not acknowledge it, the world may not recognize it, but your conscience will. 3rd, serve before you lead. One of the greatest leaders will never, ever, ever command people. They empower and rise with everyone around. The greatest leader of our times, Dr. Kalam, is not just known for his scientific excellence. He is fondly remembered for his kindness and humility. 4th, build character before reputation. Your reputation is what others think about you, and your character is what you are and how you behave when no one is watching. There will be time when people will forget your achievements, your recognition, your title. Sorry. And that is when they will remember your character. Live up to your promises. 5th, learn continuously. All of you are entering a world that's going to change at a very fast pace. A pace that no other generation has ever witnessed. And in that world, just intelligence is not enough. You will need curiosity. So read widely, but read wisely. And the day you feel that you know it all, be assured that your growth has stopped. Sixth, carry Bharat with dignity and humility wherever you go. Most of you will travel the world, study abroad, represent India internationally, and you will meet people who will never visit India, who do not know about our culture. They will never read about us. And it is then that I urge you, let your conduct be such that the best of Bharat reflects through you. Let them not just admire your achievements, let them admire your values. Seventh, transform every adversity into an opportunity. I have failed some 1,000 times and I will continue to fail. And so will you. You will face rejection. You will face humiliation and at some point even sabotage. There will come a point where you will feel that life is unfair. And it is then that I urge you to remember that the measure of a person is not how they behave when things go according to plan. The measure of a person is how they respond when things go absolutely against the plan. Every life is full of these setbacks. But what differentiates extraordinary people is their ability to learn, to evolve, to adapt from those adversities and transform their adversity into an opportunity. Eighth, leave every place better than you found it. Leave your institution richer and more prosperous. Leave your community more prosperous. Ninth, live for a cause. When you will reach a peak in your life, no number of awards, recognition, achievements, applause will give you that inner happiness. And it is then that when you wake up every morning striving for that one cause, it will give you fulfillment. It will give you inner happiness. And that cause can be anything. For some it will be education, for some it will be science, innovation, invention, national service, anything that your heart resonates with. And when you find it, give it your best years. So my dear graduating students, when Bharat celebrates 100 years of independence, I urge you to ask yourself one question. What role did I play? And when you sit to answer that question, I hope, I pray, that such be your life that you write a book on it. And if each one of you commits to this one question, I am certain that the future of Bharat is not just bright, it's glorious. May you have the courage to dream big. May you have the wisdom to stay humble. May you have the strength to glide through adversities and the conviction to build something larger than yourself. And perhaps, after many years when you return to SNK as a parent, leader, scientist, engineer, lawyer, innovator, and stand where I stand today, and look at the next generation in front of you, put your hand on your heart, and you will feel that you have done your part. So go forth and build a Bharat that the future generations will thank you for. Jai Hind.
Let us thank ma'am with a standing ovation. Please be seated.
Please rise and continue the standing of Mukherjee and Saloni madam as well. We've been fortunate that we've had some really inspiring speakers throughout these past 2 days and then today as well. I was not scheduled to speak, but you may as well sit down and listen. Beto? I don't know whether you were fortunate or unfortunate, but you had this experience of leaving the school and going to another institution. Those who continued to stay here are only now realizing what it was like to lose something precious. But you've been having this experience for the last 2 years. And you express that. Your representatives express that. Their feelings about leaving this institution, but still feeling that you are very much apart. Not just today, but well into the future. Yes, you paid homage to your parents, and your family is one of the most important parts of your life, right? But you do know that you have more than one family, right? Your blood family, and then of course your family of choice. You spent 10, 12, 13, maybe 14 years here. And you gave us, your teachers, your mentors, an opportunity. You gave us a privilege to have a small part to play in shaping who you are today. Saloni madam mentioned, seize the day. Devina mentioned 2047. Right? What age are you going to be in 2047? And how many years is that from now? 21 years. Right? But before 2047, something else is going to happen. And that's going to have a powerful impact on not just your life, but on the lives of everybody seated here. And it's called singularity. So study what this singularity is. Look it up. Ask AI to explain it. Tonight, don't wait till tomorrow. Because you need to understand what is going to happen in your future. And what Devina mentioned, that it's a future that is changing at breakneck speed, faster than ever before. So understand what this singularity is and how it will shape your future. The singularity is that moment, and they are expecting it to arrive in 2045. But the way artificial intelligence is evolving, it will probably arrive earlier. And it is that moment when computers will mimic a human brain. And what will that mean? And I will touch upon only one aspect. અને બધાને વિચારવાનું છે કે આ થશે તો તમારી જિંદગી ઉપર એની અસર કેવી રીતે આવશે. So if computers become that powerful, how many of you are going to study medicine? Anybody here? guess there are many others, but they are busy studying for the exam, which unfortunately you're going to have to take it again if you appeared for the NEET. Right? But these students, your fellow students, your peers, scientists, doctors, engineers, they are going to help extend our lives so that we all who are alive in 2045, and I intend to be one of those people, you will live well past 150. Think about what that means. That doctors and computers and artificial intelligence will find a cure for every disease that kills us. They will find a way to slow down our aging process. They will possibly even find a way to reverse age. And after 2045, when you may be 39, 40, right? But by 2050, you may be 37. And your mind boggles, right? How is this possible? But so many things are happening right now that we didn't think possible just a few years back. So, be prepared. And as you choose your careers, know that you will probably have 10 careers, not just one. So live, as Saloni Madam said, in the present moment. Make the most of today. And as Devina Madam said, right, live for a cause. Live for a purpose. And give it your best shot. Whatever you are doing at any given time. Right? And you'll have multiple opportunities to shape yourself, to shape the world around you. Colleges but how do you do that? Right? One of your options is to go home tonight and discuss you active
address.
ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः
Class of 2026, please come down to receive the final blessing.
शरीरं सुरूपं सदा रोगमुक्तं यशशारुचित्रं धनं मेरुतुल्यं गुरोरन्विपात्रे मनश्चेललग्नं गुरोरन्विपात्रे मनश्चेललग्नं तथा किं 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 तथा किं
It is time. You are now ready to leave. The blessings from your gurus will signal your passage from boy to man, girl to woman, dependent to independent. When you complete the circle, your journey both ends and begins. Fare thee well.
मोहे लगी लगन गुरु चरणन की मोहे लगी लगन गुरु चरणन की चरण बिना मोहे कछु नहीं भावे
चरण बिना मोहे कछु नहीं भावे
झूठ माया सब सपनन की
झूठ माया सब सपनन की
मोहे लगी लगन चरणन की
मोहे लागी लगन गुरु चरणन की भव सागर सब सुख गया
भव सागर सब सुख गया है भव सागर सब सुख गया है
फिक्र नहीं मुझे तरनान की
फिकर नहीं मोहे तरनन की
मोहे लागी चरणन की
मोहे लागी चरणन की मीरा के प्रभु गिरिधर नागर
मीरा के प्रभु गिरिधर नागर
फिकर नहीं मुझे त्रयनन
just going to do a little differently today. Parents, we want you to come into the circle as well and join us for these last two parts, right? Please line up as the outer circle. Under. Make another circle inside. It's okay if you have your shoes on. It's not a problem. Stand on the blue line. Face inwards. Face inwards.
Congratulations, class of 2026. School is already behind you. College and the real world are now the arena that you will conquer. Our prayers will always be with you. And as a final parting gift, the beloved anthem, Chodo Kal Ki Baatein. Audience, please stand. All here, please hold your hands. Let us together herald a new dawn.
छोड़ो कल की बातें, कल की बात पुरानी, नई दौर में लिखेंगे मिलकर नई कहानी। छोड़ो कल की बातें, कल की बात पुरानी, नए दौर में लिखेंगे मिलकर नई कहानी। हम हिंदुस्तानी, हम हिंदुस्तानी, हम हिंदुस्तानी, हम हिंदुस्तानी। आज पुरानी जंजीरों को तोड़ चुके हैं, यादें की उस मंजिल को जो छोड़ चुके हैं। चांद की डर पे जा पहुंचा है आज ज़माना, नई जगत से हम भी नाता जोड़ चुके हैं। नया खून है, नई उमंगें, अब है नई जवानी। हम हिंदुस्तानी, हम हिंदुस्तानी, हम हिंदुस्तानी, हम हिंदुस्तानी। छोड़ो कल की बातें, कल की बात पुरानी, नए दौर में लिखेंगे मिलकर नई कहानी। हम हिंदुस्तानी, 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 हम हिंदुस्तानी।
Please get ready for the national anthem. Assembly Savdhan.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Assembly Vishram.
Goodbyes are not forever. Goodbyes are not the end. They simply mean we'll miss you until we meet again. So, best of luck, class of 2026, until we meet again. Students, please stay in the circle. Volunteers will present your souvenirs to you. Thank you, everyone, and good night. Jai Hind.
Okay, everybody, we are going to gather in the middle of the courtyard for a photograph. Students, come in front, parents at the back. So can we do that? Volunteers, you can find the students and give them their souvenirs afterwards, towards the end. Just hold on for a few minutes. Bada, please, andar aave jao, closer. Don't stand beyond this thing. Photograph is coming from the second floor. Staff, if you can please help with this. Staff members, students. Please come closer. People standing on the side, andar aave jao thoda. And we are going to look at the second floor, everybody. So the photographer is there. Please follow instructions. Okay, everybody looking up. Okay, where you're going to wait? Staff, only staff, please move away a little bit, but don't go too far. We are going to call you again. These are all Kiran sir's instructions, so please follow them very sincerely. Staff on one side. Students, find your parents and stand with them. Stand as families, please. Jaldi, jaldi, chalo. Move inside, please, from here. Come in front, little bit. Move forward, everybody. Still. Done? Jai? Okay, we're looking up again.